All right, Mishnah tells us, Zeba b'chaviso shel yain v'zeba b'chado shel dvash. One guy is coming along and he's got a barrel of wine or pitcher of wine, and the other one's coming along with his container of honey. Nistaka chavish shel dvash, and the container of honey develops a crack in it, starts to drip out. V'shafach zeh yeno v'hitzos dvash l'socho. The guy pours out his wine and saves the honey. The honey's, in this case, apparently worth a lot more than the wine. He's got raisin wine, and this guy's got, this fancy honey. It's worth a lot more. So he pours out his wine and saves the other guy's honey. So, really nice what he did, right? Ein lo ela scharo. He only gets paid for basically his work, for the schar, for the fact that he, made the effort. I mean, he gets paid for his time, but not for his wine. He can't claim the value of the wine. The guy didn't ask him to do this. He did it on his own. So it's not a din. The other guy doesn't have to pay him. He could say, nah, I would have let the honey spill. The Gemara points out, he's only talking in a case, actually, where the honey was seeping out. So it would have taken time. If the honey was the whole thing cracked and the honey was going to be completely lost within a very short period of time, it's as if that honey then becomes hefker. It doesn't belong to anybody. When the guy saves it with his container, it actually becomes his, because it's as if the guy gave up on it, because it's, there's no chance to save it. So that's hefker. Whoever gets it, gets it. This guy got it. We're talking about here, it was seeping out. This guy dumps out his wine. However, Vim Amar, if he said, Atzila shalach v'ata nosen li demei sheli chayiv litin. But if he says, hey, I'll save yours, you just have to pay me back for the wine that I lost. If he says that to him, and the guy says, okay, right? And so then he does have to pay him, meaning that they made an agreement. Shataf nahar, similar case. Shataf nahar chamor v'chamor chavero. The river came along, and the snow was melting, and it got high, and it came along, and it swept away the guy's donkey, and also his neighbor's donkey. So now, Shalo Yafemana, his donkey was worth 100. Shalchaveru Masayim, his neighbor's donkey was Ferdinand or something. It was like a serious, it was a real donkey. It was great, whatever. It was worth more. It was more significant. It was worth 200. So the guy jumped in the river, but he can only save one of them. So he left his own donkey to go drown, and he saved Ferdinand. He saved the other donkey. Again, he can only get his reward, and he only gets the pay for the effort involved. He can't get back the money that he lost for giving up his own donkey. Vim Amarlo, but if he says, I'll save yours, you give me the value of mine, so then chayav litin, then he has to give it to him. The reason the Gemara says you need both cases because they're a little bit different. If you think about it, in the first case, he takes an action to dump out his own wine. It wasn't going to be lost, his own wine. He takes an action, dumps out his own wine. In the second case, his donkey was going to be lost no matter what. Meaning, not no matter what, but they both were being lost on their. It wasn't that he took an action. So in both cases, so the sort of a chiddush is a little bit of an insight, and therefore that's why the Mishnah needed to say both cases.